Hey, welcome back to the Blender 3 Docwalk. This document is on the local view, so let's jump right in. Alright, so local view is pretty short and sweet here, so I'm going to do a couple of things really fast, and let's see how this goes. Okay, I'm going to make a row of, they don't need to be perfect or anything, I'm just going to make a row of cubes here, and select them all. Oops, I grabbed the light. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. And do a few rows this way. Just grab that light, get that out of here. Then we're going to look at from the front, grab these guys, and we're going to, whoops, still got that light. Okay, and then we're going to duplicate them upward. We're just going to stack these guys. Alright, now we've got a nice big kind of floating city of cubes here. Let's reach in deep in there somewhere. Select a cube. Alright, so now before we do this, let's just go over some of the mentioned properties of local view in the documentation. First of all, local view is contextual, meaning that if you have multiple instances of your 3D viewport open, each 3D viewport, right, instantiation can have its own kind of local view going on. The next thing is, this sort of a situation is kind of the perfect local view use, where you have a super kind of busy scene, and it would be really difficult to get in there and work with that particular cube in the very middle of everything, right? This way you can isolate the cube and work on it kind of independently without having to deal with everything else. Another use case is if you want to kind of cut down on the noise in the scene and, I guess, the computational expense of the scene. So you're only dealing with one little object instead of, you know, your GPU just cranking out everything else in the scene as well. So it cuts down on GPU usage. Okay, so to activate local view, you simply hit backslash. Now, backslash can be accessed either on your number pad or on your keyboard area. It's typically right between your your right shift button and the right ending angle bracket and period. So it shares the same key as a question mark. So yeah, your backslash, they both work. See, this is keyboard backslash. This is numpad backslash. All right, now in the documentation it has a couple of notes, and the first one states that for the 3D cursor, each view has an independent cursor location, that it's not locked to the scene. I have not found that to be the case. For instance, this is our global view here. If I take my cursor and, well, let's just stick it here in the upper corner here, okay? And now I'm going to go back into local view, and we'll see that the cursor is where I stuck it in global view. So that may just be kind of a vestigial note there, or I just don't understand what it's saying. In either case, just letting you know that is a note that they left behind. So the second note is about layers, where it explains that local view bypasses layers, and it only shows the selected objects, but also noting that you can add objects while you are in local view. So for instance, you know, whoops, let's get back into my selection tool here. Let's go into local view. Okay, we're in local view. I can add a new object. So Shift A, I'll drop another, let's drop a cylinder in here and just kind of move it out here. All right, now if I jump back out, the cylinder is there. So I can you know, add things while I am in local view, go back into local view, because the cylinder was the only thing selected. It is the only thing now in my local view. However, I'm not sure what that has to do with layers. Because there are multiple things called layers, the first thing that comes to my mind, you know, when talking about layers in Blender is are the layers for grease pencil. And so again, I don't know what layers they're exactly referring to, or what specifically that has to do with jumping in and out of local view. I have found that with, I will just show you. So let's add a grease pencil thing. Let's add a grease pencil monkey. Okay. All right. Stuck it right there in our 3D cursor. Now, if we go over to the object properties, you will see that I've got a couple of separate layers here, lines, and then the fills for those lines. And then I can add, another grease pencil layer, and I'll just go ahead and go into draw mode and make some line squiggles. Can you see that? They're probably not. I'll just scribble on the monkey's face. Okay, and then I'll add another layer and do some more scribbling. Okay, all right. Now jumping out of local view, and with our monkey kind of embedded here. let's get out of draw mode. Whoops, let's go into object mode. We're going to go back into local view, and it seems that, I don't know if it's talking about the fact that if we go all the way down to the bottom here, okay, where we drop Suzanne, and open this up, and then we can see our layers, our lines. Sorry about that. Our lines, our fills, and then the two scribble layers are added. But I can turn that on and off, and then I can turn off, individual layers. But I cannot, select a specific one and use it as the specific element with which to enter local view. So perhaps that's what they're talking about. In any case, that is a note they added. So just adding that little tidbit there. All right, now we're going to jump back out to global view, and we're going to just ignore Suzanne and her scribbles, and I'm going to select kind of a few cubes here. I'm going to go back into local view and say, I'm working on this and I want to get rid of some of these. So let's say I want to get rid of that guy, and that guy, and that guy. All you have to do while in local view to get rid of any objects that you want to get rid of is hit M, the letter M, and it's going to ask you if you want to remove these objects from local view. Go ahead and click that, and it didn't get rid of them. It just put them back in the global view space, where if you jump back out, they will be there. Okay, so that's that. They do kind of have a bit of a warning saying that it is apparently somewhat common to accidentally hit backslash and find yourself in local view and not know where half of your project went. So yeah, that is that. All right, so that was a local view. I will see you guys in the next video, camera view. Again, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, I just wanted to add one quick little thing. This is separate. This is after I made the original video. These two notes that I sort of talked about earlier, I thought I would try to investigate a little further, and it dawned on me that this might be talking about view layers, which is something we have not covered yet. However, it doesn't appear to be. So I don't know what to tell you guys. So if anybody knows what's going on here, or if this is just kind of like the vestigial sort of entry that probably should get removed, leave a comment. Let me know. I'm a bit confused. This is a very ambiguous term. There are a variety of things within Blender called layers. Yeah, there's tons. At least 20 or 30 separate sort of utilities that are that are referred to as layers. So if anybody has a clue what's going on here, I would love to know. So yeah, that's it. Bye, guys.